right, next up, box jump. Box jumps are similar to the kettlebell swing for the purpose of this series at least, in that you can have different specific cues for different or specific responses, right? So, whether the feet are landing soft or landing, with contact or force, those are two different training goals. So those aren't inherently right or wrong. But again, for the sake of this just being the common basic applications of these, when we look at the box jump, when I'm introducing this with young athletes or people who aren't really trained with plyometrics, I'm going to try to encourage that softer landing just because A, I think it's a little bit of a safer route, but B, I think it also helps to teach the mechanics of landing and absorbing. With the jump aspect itself, by far the biggest error that I see on this, or that most of us see on this, is we just get this kind of conditioning type jump where there's really no technique or concentration on the jumping aspect. We're just kind of throwing ourselves up onto the box. Another one that we'll see people jumping up onto 60-inch surfaces and whatnot. Not to split hairs over that, but that's not really looking at the ability of somebody's ability to jump necessarily, more than it's looking at their ability to rapidly flex the hips, right? So if we're looking at the standard basic box jump, what we're looking at here is a quick plyometric jump that is being absorbed on our landing. That is the only purpose of the box, is that it is absorbing eccentric loading. So if I were to do a standing jump and then land, I'm landing from my jump height. Whereas with this, I'm jumping and it's creating a, whatever that is, 10 or 12 inch deficit, right? So that's the only purpose of the box. Now, if we look real quick at the mechanics of the jump, we're gonna look again at moving from that athletic stance where our feet are gonna be about hip width, knees are gonna be soft, torso is gonna be upright. It's important that we sequence the arms with this and we have good arm action with our jump, because nobody jumps like this. So coming from this athletic position, I'm going to start with my hands nice and high, and then as I swing down, I am loading into my glutes, my hamstrings, with my arms extended behind me, and then together I'm going to rip through and push the ground away onto the box. So with this, the box height is absolutely a secondary factor. This might be a little bit low for me, but case in point, we don't need to worry about how high we're jumping onto. We need to focus on the mechanics of the jump, make sure that we're getting the response that we want out of the exercise.